Hi, good morning everyone. So today, let us jump into a topic called. Let me explain something related to probes. I think it is completed maintenance, monitoring, cube setup, deployment, cron job, HA. And all. Okay. So today, let us see what is horizontal pod auto scaling. So which is called as HPA, horizontal pod auto scaling. So in order to deploy this horizontal pod auto scaling, so generally in Kubernetes, if you want to implement, first of all, we have to install some particular metric aggregator. So once you install that, then only you can achieve the functionality of horizontal pod auto scaling. Without having this particular metric reader or aggregator, you cannot achieve this horizontal pod auto scaling. The same thing you can see in the cloud providers in GCP or AWS. You will see something like auto scaling. So auto scaling is something where on the CPU utilization you will increase the number of replicas, and based on the less number of CPU margin, you will decrease the number of replicas. So it depends upon the CPU utilization. So right now in Kubernetes they have implemented only on auto scaling, like horizontal pod auto scaling was implemented only on CPU utilization. They have not implemented on memory utilization or network IO throughputs. Okay, so that is a point which I have to be clear. Now, in order to deploy or in order to achieve this particular horizontal pod auto scaling, as I told you, first of all, we need to install this particular metric scrapper. So in order to deploy this particular metric scrapper, so let me open the documentation, which will explain a bit. So this is the metric server installation documentation. Okay, you can follow this particular document and you can see it is supported for Kubernetes version 1.8 plus. Means for every latest version, you can try to deploy this particular metric scrapper. Okay, so we are also need to we should also install this particular thing. Okay, so in order to install, just you need to download this. Depend upon your cluster configuration, you may also need to change the flags based on the metric server container. The most useful flags. Okay, kubelet prefer address type, kubelet insecure TLS, and you have requested client CFI. Among this, before trusting usernames in header, specify the request threader user headers. Okay, so warning is just it is specified here. So in our case, instead of applying this, let us try to download this. Okay, first I will download this. It is not complete. You can see it is downloaded. So you can open this particular components.yaml file. You can see there is a RBAC created for this cluster role binding, role binding, and API service. Okay, that is for the metric bits. And you can see this is the metric server which is installed. Okay, and cert dir is /temp. Okay, so certificates you are getting from the bottom. Let me show you that. I think the certificates are not created yet. So uh, volume mount, where is the volumes? It is empty dir. And the service account, we have API service, and this one and this. Okay, so now what I want to do is nothing but this is a metric server. Okay, so now I want to add some additional parameters like this. So here the metric server admin. Let me scroll up. I want to do some modifications. That's it. I'll tell you what is that. So the modifications which we have done is nothing but we have added these three parameters additionally for the deployment of metric scraping. You can see additional we have only cert dir. Additionally, we added secure port, kubelet insecure TLS true, kubelet performance address is nothing but internal IP. So these are the additional three parameters which we have modified. Apart from that, we did nothing. Okay, just scroll up. and see if we have modified anything. No, service was there, API server was there, role binding was there, cluster role. That's it. Okay, so let's try to save this file. Okay, and let us try to apply this. Okay, so now let us try to apply. So here it is just a small warning. It is saying you a warning saying that if you are using, then it is deprecated. So this API version is deprecated for this particular component which we are installing is nothing but this one. This one. For this is deprecated. This API version is deprecated. They are saying that please try to use this one. Okay. For let me try to note down that. I will update this document. So I'll write in a bracket saying that if it is less than version 1.19, so we have to use this. Okay, just to avoid the warning. That's it. Will just avoid the warning. That's it. Nothing else. It doesn't mean that it is not deployed. It is just a warning for us. So kubectl get all. So you can see it is deployed under in which namespace it is deployed. Let us see what is the namespace it has used. Uh, yeah, cube hyphen system namespace. So let's go there and see kubectl get all hyphen o wide hyphen n cube hyphen system namespace. Now you can see this metric server was installed successfully. You can see this. It is created 86 seconds ago. Okay, and for this particular metric server, we can see the cluster IP. Okay, and this metric server was deployed using a deployment object. Okay, and the replicas which we are using is only one. So one replica is fine for us. If you want to maintain 2 to 3 replicas, it's up to you, your choice. Okay, so once this is done, now we are good to go and deploy the horizontal pod autoscale. Okay, so let us try to see the official document for examples. Okay, if you want to read the metric server installation, you can refer this document always. Okay, and if you are facing any challenges, please try to contact this particular Slack or mail to them so that they will try to resolve your issues. Okay, so this is what we are doing right now. Now let me try to apply horizontal pod auto scaling for Kubernetes. So let's jump into this. So right now, as I told you, the horizontal pod auto scaling was implemented only for CPU utilization. Based on the CPU utilization only, it will try to increase or decrease the number of replicas. How it will know the CPU utilization? The metric server will take care of it. Okay. So now let's try to do this. Uh, just a second, one more point. Just a second. There is a through. Is an example. Sorry. So here he has written some sample example. He has created some particular Docker file, and then for the Docker file, he has created this particular index.html. Okay, and after that, he is using this example to deploy. Okay, so based on the CPU utilization, they will try to now after deploying this particular application, now he is applying horizontal pod auto scaling for that particular deployment. Okay, so if you see the example over here, to whom we can apply the horizontal pod auto scaling. So kubectl auto scale hyphen hyphen n. Look at this example. So horizontal pod auto scaling can be applied for deployment, replica set, stateful set, and replication control. Okay, so you cannot apply for daemon set. It is not possible. Say daemon set doesn't accept the replica concept itself. So obviously you cannot use a concept called horizontal pod auto scaling as well. Okay, and this horizontal pod auto scaling right now it is present only for CPU utilization. You can see here. Okay, not for memory utilization and not for network IO throughputs. Okay, and here you can see one example, simple example, auto scaling. They are applying for a deployment. This is the deployment name, minimum 2 and maximum 10. Okay, so minimum it will have 2 pods, Based on the CPU utilization, it will increase up to maximum 10. So you need to tell, right, what should be the threshold limit of the CPU. Threshold limit in the sense, if my CPU utilization is reaching 80% or 70%, it should have maximum of 5 pods. Okay, then you need to add an additional parameter called -FN CPU percentage is equal to 80. Then only this will work. You can see this. Auto scaling a replication controller foo means like the replication controller with the number of pods between 1 to 5. Okay, minimum is 1 if you don't specify anything, maximum is 5. Okay, target CPU utilization at 80, which means that your threshold value of CPU utilization is 80. If it is reaching 80%, obviously the maximum number of CPU pods that need to be created is 5. Okay, so that's how it is. So now let us try to implement this horizontal pod auto scaling. Okay, in order to apply that particular horizontal pod auto scaling, first we have to deploy an application. Okay, let us try to deploy this application. So if you want, you can use this particular Docker file and you can specify here, or else we can directly use it. So here he has shown that if you use this image, this is how the Docker file looks, and this is how the index.html PHP looks. Okay, so that is what he is trying to say. So let us try to copy this. I'll take the example from here itself. I don't want to implement something new. So I want to create a new file. Now, auto scale. I'll say something like HPE, horizontal pod auto scaling deployment dot YAML. Just copy paste this, nothing to do. So how many replicas we have right now? Only one. Okay, sorry. Now we have only replica of one. Okay, so let us try to deploy this. So kubectl create -f horizontal pod auto scaling. Okay, so there is a deployment and service got created. Now you can see it is under creation process. It is created on worker node 3. Okay.
Sudha,
Yeah.
నాకు ఒకసారి రిపీట్ చేయరా మ్యాక్స్ ఈక్వల్ టు 5 అండ్ సిపియు పర్సెంటేజ్ 80 అని చెప్పారు కదా అది నాకు ఒకసారి చెప్పరా అర్థం కాలేదు
Just a second. Let it be done. I'll do.
Okay.
So now we can see this particular container was created successfully. So if you try to curl this, you are getting this okay, right? So this is how it will print. It is just a simple PHP script which is written in index.php. Okay. Now, before applying this, let me try to repeat the percentage. If you look at here, this we have specified maximum 5. When we need to create maximum 5, let us say now this deployment is created with minimum of 1 in our example. Minimum replica is only 1. Now we are saying maximum is equal to 5 and CPU percentage is equal to 80. What does it mean? It means that when your CPU utilization is reaching 80%, it should launch 5 pods. Okay, 5 replicas in the background. Now it is running only 1. Additional 4 will be created in order to reduce the CPU utilization. Once the CPU utilization was reduced, automatically the replicas also will get reduced to balance your load on equally on different pods. That is the intention of using this horizontal pod auto scaling in the Kubernetes. Okay, if only one pod is there in the background, a replica of one, all the CPU utilization will be too high. When there are so many requests, obviously the CPU utilization is too high. So when the CPU utilization is too high, that application might go into crash. Okay, so that might crash. So instead of that, I want to launch additional pods and I want to reduce the load on the single pod. That is the intention of using this particular concept. Okay, so right now we have replicas to be created automatically only on CPU utilization. We don't have anything related to memory utilization or network IO. Okay, so we cannot handle that. We are handling only on CPU utilization right now. Okay, and this auto scaling can be applied on deployment, replica set, stateful set, and replication controller. You cannot apply on daemon set. Okay, So these are the points which we have to remember. Okay, if it is 80%, if your CPU utilization is less than 80%, it doesn't do anything. There is no issue at all. When it is reaching 80%, or it is causing beyond the 80%, then it will start increasing the replica up to maximum what we have specified. That's it. It will not go beyond that. Okay, so that is a maximum limit. Okay, now let us try to apply the horizontal pod auto scaling for this. Okay, so in order to apply the horizontal pod auto scaling, so we have to use a command called, let's say, we can use this one or whatever it is. Okay, I am specifying this. Now this is the command which we are using. Now let me explain. So the CPU utilization 50% in the sense what? Right now you are using some amount of core CPU for that particular pod. If that core CPU is reaching 50%, let's say you have only one core CPU on that particular node, and that one core CPU, you are saying if it is reaching 50% of the CPU utilization, which means that in a 1000 millimicrons is equal to one core CPU. That is what we know, right? 1000 millimicrons is equal to one core CPU. So 50% in the sense what? 0.5%, 0.5 millimicrons, right? Means 500 millimicrons, 50% in the sense. Okay. So this is how we are trying to understand. So now if I apply this for that particular deployment, now the horizontal pod auto scaling was created. So if you try to execute get, it was applied on this particular deployment. You can see here, kubectl get all -oy. So this is the deployment which we have created, right? This one. Okay. For this we have applied to the horizontal pod auto scaling. So in order to see that kubectl, you can see the horizontal pod auto scaling here, which we have created. So this is applied for whom? Reference is nothing but deployment / that particular deployment name. 50% is a target. Now it is unknown. Unknown in the sense now it is not at all reached. Minimum of one pod should be running and 10 pods should be created up to maximum. Okay. Now it is created 14 seconds ago. Okay. So it is not increased. Now you can see only one replica is there. So it is detected by your horizontal pod auto scaling has detected it. Now what is the target? Only 0% CPU utilization. Okay. Right now. So let us try to increase the load and see what will happen. So in order to increase the load, we can execute some commands. Okay, we can just execute this. Let me log into the pod. So here we are trying to create a temporary pod. From this temporary pod, we will try to run some particular curl request to this particular application. Okay, so that it will increase the load. So in order to do that, just we are running this. So this is running right continuously. Let me log into this particular node in a different page. From here, let me log in to show you the CPU utilization. It should not take much time. Actually, this is running in the background. Okay, do not forget that. See, it is giving you the result. They are continuously running with that particular script. They are continuously running the curl command, wget or a curl, whatever it is. Now we will log into the node and we will see how many pods have been created and what is the CPU utilization. So kubectl get all. If you see, now we have 4 replicas created. Why? Because the load has been increased to 250%. So that's the reason. Now the replicas have been 4 created in the background. Okay. -watch. I think it is not applicable. So let's say HPA-W. You can see now the replicas are increased to 3, but still the CPU utilization is 250%. Okay, and the target is 50%. So it crossed 5 times more than the target. So obviously, so the replicas have been created to 5, but still your, what do you say, the percentage of the CPU is not reduced. Okay, so obviously it will try to increase. Let us wait. It will take some time to increase or decrease. See, now it is keep on. Now you can see the CPU was reduced to 69%. After increasing the replica to 5, the CPU utilization has came from 250% to 69%. Okay, let's see. With some intervals, it will try to reduce or decrease based on the CPU utilization. Okay, it will not be too fast. There will be slight delay, not too much delay, a slight delay. That's it. Because your horizontal pod auto scaling should contact to the metric scrapper, and metric scrapper will tell you which how much CPU was utilized by that particular node, that particular pod, sorry. And then it will give you the result. Based on that, it will try to increase or decrease the replicas, the HPA. You can see still it is keep on running. You can see we have not cancelled it. You can see now the CPU utilization is 63%. Since you have 5 replicas in the background, so that's the reason the CPU utilization is 63%, and now you can see it is increased to 7. Okay, maybe in the background it got increased, the CPU utilization. Let me cancel this. Okay, let me cancel this and come out of this. Now there is no load on the server, right? You can see right now it is 63%. Number of replicas created are 7. You can see here the number of replicas means 7 pods are created in the background. Okay, so some are created on worker node 2, some are created on worker node 3, some are created on worker Kubernetes manager node. Okay, so let's see the let's monitor this HPA. Now you can see it is 0% right now. Why? Because you cancelled it. Now there is no load on the pod. Let's watch it. So we didn't got any update. Let's wait. Still those 7 pods are running in the background. So what I've observed in recent times is like it is not reducing the replicas. It is not removing the replicas automatically when the CPU utilization got reduced. That is what I have observed. So let me see if the issue is still existing, so that I can update you. You can see at that time he got 305. Okay, then replicas have increased it to 57. Okay, then he stopped the load on the server, and then it got reduced to replica of like 1. Okay, in our case it is not getting reduced, so let us see. Back down to 1. So that's how it is done. So auto scaling the replica may take a few minutes, so that is what we have to make a note. Okay, it may not reflect immediately. It may take some time. So let's try to understand that. So I think it is not getting reduced. The issue is still existing on it. Maybe so. I think we need to report once again. So I will report in the channel, but right now, last time also when I made a video on this, so it is not getting reduced. When the CPU load is less, it is not reducing the number of replicas which are created when there is a heavy load. So it should come back to minimum of 1. Okay, it is not coming back. It is still showing like there are 7 replicas running. So I think it is still, this issue is still existing. Let me try to take the, try to check the logs of this. Unable to fetch pod metrics for a pod. So that's the reason it is. Let me see. But without fetching, it is not a, it is not increased, right? How it got increased? So here we need to have a metric. No metrics known for pod. This is not needed now. Okay, now if you see, now the replica got reduced. It took so much of time actually. But anyway, now if you see the replicas, now you can say the replica got reduced to 1. So issue is sorted out. Okay, no need to report. So now we can say your replica came back to 1. Okay, so automatically it got increased and automatically got reduced when there is no CPU utilization is not much high actually. Okay, so this is how the horizontal pod auto scaling works. Okay, so this is all about your horizontal pod auto scaling. Okay, any questions in this?
No, sir.